All right. Welcome to the sideboard. And today we've got another episode of Dev's Deck. Well, today Dev has brought us Uncage the Menagerie. And we'll go ahead and take a look at the deck here. And we'll start out with yes, this is an energy deck. Please don't everyone, run off on me that we're playing an energy deck. I'm going to have to fix Nightbot because Nightbot is definitely messing with us here. Uh, Maybe I have too many moderator things on it. Sorry about that. We'll fix that. Anyway, this is an energy deck. It's a little bit different in construction than most energy four-color energy decks you're going to see right now, and that is by the numbers that we have for each of the creatures. And there's a couple creatures that you don't normally see in these energy decks, and the main reason for that is we're playing 4 copies of Uncage the Menagerie. Now, Uncage the Menagerie, just it's going to help us refill our hand late game, and other than that, it really is just an energy deck. Now, we only have 4 different 4-drops, we have 3 3-drops, and we have 3 2-drops to pick from. So, whichever one we currently don't have, we could go get the other 2, or maybe just a redundant copy or something like that. Everyone, welcome to the chat. So far it's going really good, and we're going to take a look at the sideboard here. One of the things I don't know how comfortable we're going to be with the deck is it doesn't have a lot of interaction other than just Harness Lightning and Hostage Taker main board. Now, granted, we make up for that in the sideboard here. We've got plenty of answers for just about everything in the meta, so the sideboard should be pretty good for us. But again, if you want a full deck tech on this, check the little eye up in the corner. The information box is gonna have a link to Dev's deck tech, where he explains everything in a lot more detail than I have here. One of the things I do want to point out in the land base, though, is he did put in a lot more of these cycling lands than we normally see in these 4-color energy decks. But I'm okay with that. I mean, that's something that, hopefully we'll get it on turn 1, and then if we get it late, then it's going to be something that we can just cycle away. So for the most part, that's the deck. Nothing really special about it other than the nice little piece of tech with Uncage the Menagerie, and maybe that's going to be enough to kind of really push the 4-color energy deck a little bit farther along. I do want to say that if you guys do like the show and you haven't subscribed already, please take a look at the channel, make sure that this is the right content for you, and if it is, give us a subscribe. We've got a lot of content coming for you. It's not all just Dev's decks, but we do run his decks when he makes them. So that being said, this is also a really competitive deck, so we're not going to be running any type of upgrades or anything like that with it tonight. I think any upgrades would be just download the latest 4-color energy list and say, play this, there's your upgrade. But this is to add a little spice to kind of a boring meta, and hopefully we'll take a few people off guard and things like that with it. And I kind of want to run it in a league because I think it's competitive enough for at least a 3-2, and I would definitely like to see how it is in the mirror. I mean, it's definitely something that I would like to do, but we're actually just going to run here in the queues like normal. We're going to do 3 matches, and I'll say if we go 3-0 with it, I'll probably do a league with it later if you guys want to see that. Other than that, let's get started. I mean, you can still play for free in leagues, so I mean, if we go 2 out of 3 here, we played for free. Alright, so we won the dice roll, so we will get to go first. And we've got 4 lands here, but we do have a Champion of Wits that we can drop on 3 to maybe pitch some additional lands if we start picking those up. We do not have a 2-drop, however, and I would like to get out a 2-drop, but I also think that, just a guaranteed, Blistering Hydra, things of that nature, we should be able to get to where we want to be. so we're going to keep this. It's a little weak, but hopefully we will get there. So we'll just go ahead and play the Blooming Marsh and pass the turn. And we get a Whirler, so you know, we're dead set on all of our 3-drops here. Would have much rather had like a a Long Tusk Cub or something like that. Maybe we should have mulliganed to a 2-drop. Okay, so we're definitely against Sultai Energy here. Whirler's going to be really good for us. Again, we keep drawing land, so we'll play the Aether Hub, and then we're just going to play out the Rogue Refiner here to, or not the Rogue Refiner, but the Champion of Wits to kind of smooth out our hand. And we did get a Menagerie. We don't need all of these additional lands, so I'll go ahead and pitch those. And we'll just pass the turn back here. The snake is back. So, what do y'all think about Uncage the Menagerie in like a toolbox deck where you ran just a whole bunch of different 2-drops and things like that? I was kind of interested that there was no like Manglehorn in the entire deck. That was very interesting for me. I'm just going to take the 2 here. I'm not interested in trading yet. Merfolk Branchwalker. Okay. And that's pretty good for him. Okay, so Botanical Sanctum's not what we're looking for here. Although, Hydra might be, considering he can't actually stop the Hydra. Next turn, what can we do? Maybe we should just Botanical Sanctum Rogue Refiner, because it can trade with anything here. I actually like that play. So let's do that. Let's go Rogue Refiner. Green-Black Explorer. Okay. And we did get our red source. We won't have to spend our energy on that. And now when we do play the Hydra, we'll have 3 energy to protect the Hydra. I'm not swinging in for 2 here. I would rather stop some damage than just, give him my 2-1. Seems good that way. Die young. Okay, well, we're going to try to stop the 4 damage here. Yeah, we'll block here. Now, unfortunately, he hasn't had to spend a lot of cards to maintain his board presence. What did he reveal? Okay, so he's got a Fatal Push he hasn't used. Okay, so if we run down Hydra, we technically have enough. We've played a land. We want to go get a bunch of 3-drops? Not really. So then, considering we only have Rogue Refiners and Whirlers left, we've drawn both the champions. Some 2-drops would be nice. I think we're going to just save this, and we're going to play a Hydra here. May trade this Hydra off. Next turn we can go get all of our 4-drops. I guess that's, yeah. I think you're right, Theo. Let's go get all the 4-drops. Spend the energy. See if he... Okay. So now, even if he Blossoming Defenses it, it dies. I'm going to keep the other 3 energy. He can Blossoming Defense if he wants. I know we spent 3 energy, but I wanted to play around the Blossoming Defense. Of course, I guess we would have been able to force him to spend it if we hadn't pumped. Or if we would have spent the other 3 energy, it would have forced him to spend it. But as we don't have a lot of removal, I'm not really worried about it. Doesn't give Trample, and we do have Whirler. I'm gonna hang on to Uncage. I want to put some more creatures down. So we're gonna start with Champion. We'll probably discard the Servant here, depending on what we draw. Okay, so we don't need Harness. I mean, we don't need Attune, and we don't need Servant. We're going to play Whirler. And we'll pass the turn. Next turn, we refill our hand. So here we can wow, how do we want to block? I mean, we're still putting him on Harness, right? So we want him to spend his Blossoming Defense now so that we can burn maybe next turn or the turn after Uncage. I think we're going to have to spend our energy here to do this. Thanks for the subscribes, guys. Let's see here. We'll go ahead and make the other one. We're spending our energy. And then we'll move into blocks. How do we want to do this? I think this is how we're going to block. He can kill the champion if he wants, but if he wants to kill multiple things, he's going to have to, or if he wants to kill the Whirler, he's going to have to pump. No pump. Okay. Alright, so we got his Fatal Push. We knew he had the Fatal Push. And he is tapped out. Okay. So it's definitely a good time to uncage, but may also be a good time to Harness Lightning, Servant of the Conduit. Of course, next turn that means that we could Champion of Wits. Really like dealing with this merfolk here. We'll try to... Wow, I mean, this is a really good time to land this Uncage, though. I think we will Uncage here, and by next turn... Okay, so... Here we go. Uncage the Menagerie. We'll take this. We'll take this. We'll take this. And we'll take this. And that is juicy, my friends. Juicy. I can't believe I just said that. Wow, that's nice. I cannot disagree with the ability to go grab 4 just terrific cards right there. Yeah, that's serious value, Theo. Now the opponent's definitely going to be able to, you know, put some damage in on us here. And looks like he's definitely got probably Scarab God or something like that, but we have a Vizier. Okay. So we're going to take 8 here. Okay, guys. I'm really expecting him to have like Hostage Taker or something of that nature. We will go ahead and play our land here. It gives us 7. So we can do... Alright, so I would actually like to say Harness Lightning the Merfolk or something like that, make it protected, and then Hostage Taker, but unfortunately that is a that turn would actually need to have 1 more mana to be able to play the 2 mana card out from under it. Wow. The wrong play right here will cost us the game. Okay, so the first thing that we target gets Blossoming Defense. I'm 99% sure of that. He has not cast one yet. We know he has them. Well, we assume that he has. I assume that he has them. We need to guarantee that we have a blocker next turn. Because if we have anything that he can remove, we're just dead. So I think this is how we're going to have to play. And I really want to play the Servant right now, just to have an additional blocker. But I think he's got kill for it, or a way to remove it. We're not just dead here, but we're pretty close. We're going to take a minimum of 7. If he pumps the proper thing, then yeah. Okay. I'm trying to bait a Blossoming Defense here, if you guys are wondering what I'm doing. If he casts it, we spend our 1 energy, we kill the thing he cast it on, we die to double Blossoming Defense. He's really debating on whether he's... Okay, so he's just going to pump. And and we're just going to let this go. I think we'll go ahead and burn this. Sleeve. I think we definitely hostage taker and rogue refiner here. Okay, so we survived that turn. I don't know if we'll continue to, but we are going to play it out here. And we will take his rogue refiner. Man, we die anyway, don't we? If I didn't take the glint sleeve, we die. Oh, the menace. The menace. So... well... if he swings out, then we're just dead because we can't stop the glint sleeve siphoner. Either way, we would have only had 2 blockers. And he's got an attacker with menace. And he's got removal. So, yeah, that's game. Let's go ahead and get into game 3. Or game 2. Okay, so we definitely want fatal push. Vizier is great here. Hostage taker, the more we have, the better off we are. Glorybringer's pretty good in this matchup. I'm going to expect him to have the Scarab God. We're just going to try to take that or remove it. Wow. So we're gonna drop Bristling Hydra. Going with Vraska's Content. What do I cut? Servants. So what do we... is this deck just the ultimate mirror match? Is that what this is? Man, I think that's going to be the card that helps us the most here, though, is Uncage. This is a hard choice here. So I am going to take out 1 Whirler for a Pia, and then I think we run it like this. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so we're on the play. Definitely need a 2-drop here. Now that last hand, it was sketchy, so... okay, so we get to kill something early. We get to attune early. That's okay. We can keep this. It's hard to ask for much better than this. And we 100% want red. We don't have any black cards as of yet. I don't even think we have many left in the deck. Okay. At least we have 3 lands and we can kind of just go from here. What's up, Jamie? Welcome to the channel. And he gets an attune. Alright, another Harness Lightning. I like this. Not as much as I would like a Cub right there, but, you know, we takes what we gets. 100% we spend our mana to kill whatever he plays this turn. If he plays anything. He may be in the same boat we're in. And if he is, we're going to push him out and hope he can't swim. Come on, play your snake. No, a siphoner. Okay, well, I mean, we get to net 2 energy off a siphoner. I like that. We just end that little thing now. I actually like playing Rogue Refiner here, as I like all the cards in my hand. We will spend an energy, play Rogue Refiner, get a little more energy, draw another card, and yeah, we'll just go on Rogue Refiner Tribal for a minute. What's the game plan is, alright, so because this is like Teamer energy, it's like Sultai energy and 4-color energy all wrapped into one. My game plan as a little personal meme is going to be in game 2 and 3 try to board into an exact mirror match. I thought it would be fun, and the deck does seem like all the teamer decks, and I was like, well, if we hit any, that's why I tried to kind of go Sultai right there. You see me bring in the additional hostage takers and things like that. But I just thought it would be funny to force people to play the mirror match. Because if Dev is correct, and from the way it looked in that first game, the mirror match will win the mirror match if we can force him to have to spend his cards. Let's go ahead and get in. Definitely want to get aggressive here. If he wants to chump, that's fine. He's not going to, so we're just going to play another Rogue Refiner. I mean, yeah, we are having to spend the energy for it, but it's not really mattering to us. Ew, a Botanical Sanctum. I mean, granted, I also want to make sure that we have the most competitive game plan, but because I want to play for free, and you can't play for free if you lose. Alright. So we did get a land to cycle away here. I would kind of like to cast Champion of Wits and see if we hit an untapped source to see if possibly we could cast the Harness Lightning, but that may not be plausible here. Maybe we should just Harness Lightning the snake and swing for 3. Play our Botanical Sanctum, and then we can cycle Fetid Pools. That's not bad. Let's run that. Let's run out that line of play. So we'll burn snake. Do we need this? No, we do not need this. So we'll burn snake. Get in for 3. And then we can cycle it into turn. Fifth Moon MTG, hello, welcome to the sideboard. So we're just kind of trading back and forth here, 3 versus 3. Although next turn we Glorybringer. We're going to cycle this Fetid Pool here, though. Okay, so he's got a Cub. And we get a Blooming Marsh. Vraska's Contempt. Okay, well, I definitely want to play my land, and then we will play Old Glory. Now, Glorybringer can... I mean, he doesn't get through Blossoming Defense, but I played around Blossoming Defense last time, and I feel sheepish for it. So we're gonna try it here. No Blossoming Defense. Wow. Okay. Well, we're in fairly decent shape here, guys. Nightbot should be here. Let me check. Where are you, Nightbot? Where's my chat? Yeah, Nightbot's here. I'm not a professional streamer, but I pretend to be. So, unfortunately, Nightbot can't do like cards and things like that, and I am trying to get MTGO bot, which can give us card translations and Oracle text and things like that. So, as soon as I find a way to get that coded into a YouTube bot, I will do that. But for right now, I have not figured it out. If anyone else knows, please contact me. Sideboardmtg@gmail.com. I would love to know. Okay, so we're probably just going to refill our hand here with one of these. I mean, that's the right answer, right? We just go get our 4-drops? Or do we get our 2-drops and then just play one of them? So I would like to run this as like a toolbox deck. I think we get our 4-drops. I would like to run this as a toolbox deck and have like Harsh Mentor and things like that in the deck, so you could just go like grab a one of something of that nature. So yeah, let's go get our 4s. And we'll take 1, a 2, and a 3. I do have all 3 of those selected, correct? And we could swing with Rogue Refiner here to force him to pump, but I actually think we just chump block. Next turn, I'm looking at Vizier Glorybringer. Just swing everything in the air. Well, I'm not either. But, you know, I made my layout. I learned how to do all of that. So I'll learn how to do this too. We will make him spend some energy here. Because again, my plan next turn is just to Vizier into Glorybringer and win that way. Whether or not it'll work, because I know these decks run Vraska's Contempt, I don't know, but we're going to try it. I guess it doesn't matter what we leave open. Alright, so here we go. Vizier. copy of Glorybringer. And he scoops it up. We go to the sideboard. Okay, so I actually like the way we have it right now. However, kind of, no. I mean, yeah, we would be able to go get another card if we had a Bristling Hydra, but I don't want to take Gonti out. I like having multiple Viziers. I think this is the better build for this right now. We're on the draw, so definitely not coming back in with the Servant, although the Servant would help catch us up. Ooh, of the 4-color humans, of the recent decks. Before that it was the mono black. But 4-color humans, I had a lot of fun with 4-color humans. And I think he's got a blue-red Artificers deck floating around that he's going to highlight or something like that. I hope it's really close to Craig Wesco's deck, and if it is, we might league with that one. I'm really interested in that deck. I'm going to drop one Hostage Taker for the Scarab God here, guys. We get to 7 mana. I might go get Glorybringer, Scarab God. Alright, so we do get to Long Tusk Cub on 2. However, we're on the draw and we do not have red for the Harness Lightning. This is the fastest hand we've seen yet. And I like having Vizier. I think we're going to keep it, guys. We're going to try to go for the cheaper side of this deck. Now, maybe the additional land will come in handy for us, allow us to keep these low land hands and kind of smooth out from there. It's actually a recommendation I recommend for a lot of people that aren't extremely serious about Magic, but really would like to increase their odds at, well, we still have a 2-drop, at, you know, playing consistent Magic. If you know that you're a person that likes to mulligan away, run that extra land when you're not when you're asking what is that last card in my deck. Should I shave a land or something? Run the extra one if you know you're a person that likes to do risky keeps, or you like to mulligan and go for that better hand. I know I like risky keeps, so I like running decks with a slightly higher land base or land count, and it seems to normally work for myself. Wow. Okay, so that really makes me want to play this Sheltered Thicket so that we can have up the Harness Lightning, but my turn 2, we still want to play it, right? Or do we want to present the push? We haven't played a push yet, though, so he doesn't know if we have one. We'll play this, pass the turn. Yeah, 4-color humans, that was a good deck. Although I really wanted to see like Cabal or something like that in the deck. I'm going to kill this. We'll start slow. I think we're going to have the better top end, and I don't want to risk him getting out of hand on us with that snake. If that would have been a cub, we would have probably played our cub. Kind of went against him, but with it being a snake, I'm going to wait. Plus, he knew we had the Harness Lightning, so. What do you guys like the most out of the latest devs decks? Ronus. That might be a copyable spell. Or a copyable creature. So is that fellow. Well, we did not get punished by drawing an additional fast land. So we will just go ahead and play our cub and pass the turn. Hostage Taker would be good against Ronus as well. Oh, nice. So do we Hostage Taker, Hostage Taker? I think so. I think that's the line. Ooh, it's risky though. Risky. If he can kill it, we cannot do that line of play. We don't have the mana for Vizier. Oh no. What do we do, guys? I think we're gonna have to go for the 3 drops. Going to be in a little bit of trouble here though. We can't even Glorybringer next turn. Is the deck too set into black? Or did just this draw just become too black? Okay, so if we can't Glorybringer next turn, we will... Oh, this is brutal. At least we only take 2? Alright. We will not be adding to the board. So we're going to go get our 3 drops. And next turn we're going to take a beating. Okay, so 1, 2. I think we take Pia. And we pass. So Pia is just instant, you know, extra body. I would love to draw an untapped land here. I don't think we can afford to Glorybringer next turn. He's going to be able to pump. Wow, alright. Is this lethal? It's 12, 13, 14, 15? Wow. And we need to untap land off the top so that we can play as... Really, we need... Wow. It has to be mountain or... It has to be mountain or Aether Hub. There it is. Okay. Well, we live another turn. Assuming he doesn't have a bunch of removal there. Let's make sure I tap this right. We need to play Whirler and Pia here. So this is going to be a red source. We don't need green or black. So we'll play Pia. We're going to go blue. Oh, wait. Sorry. Red, blue, and black. Play Whirler. And now we pass. Now we can make a dude here, and this should help us survive 1 turn at least. Although we have to put pretty much everything into this. I think next turn if we get to untap, we hostage taker the hostage taker our own Long Tusk Cub, maybe? Ooh, maybe his Long Tusk Cub. I think the trample here is going to get us. Yeah, he just gives everything trample. So yeah, he gets to pump whatever we don't block here. mean, we're dead either way, but we'll let him do it. Yeah, we died a trample. Okay, well, not bad. I mean, that was a pretty good game. We can get back into another here. We're no longer playing for free, guys. No longer playing for free. Um, sorry, Steven, I didn't see your message earlier. So far, I like Uncage. I like how it does refill the hand. It's kind of exactly what we're looking for is, a refill of the hand. But it's it just feels like playing energy, and kind of feels like playing a bad energy deck. I don't know. I guess we'll get a better chance to see here soon. We don't. This is a horrible looking hand. This looks like a hand for like a reanimator deck or something. And now we can't cast anything. Going to 5. Keeping this. Can't cast anything in our hand. We're going to keep it anyway. We should probably put that on top because we can't cast anything else. At least that's going to give us a chance. And we'll pass the turn here. Against another Teamer Energy deck. Oh, we did not hit the land. Well, if next turn we do hit the land, then I'm going to feel sheepish for keeping the Champion of Wits. But it does need to be a green source. And here's what stock Teamer does. Just consistency. Consistency. Mulligan to 5. Bad hand. Should have went to 4. Okay. I'm going to give it one more turn and then we're going to... I have seen a lot of people put Bantus in the mono black aggro deck, and again, that's one of my favorite decks that we've done. But it's been a little while since we've done that one. I really like that deck, and I recommend it for anyone that's looking for a nice budget option. But I have seen other people putting Bantus in it. Really good deck. All right, so we've seen enough there. Their Teamer Energy. Okay, so against Teamer, it's definitely a Glory Bringer match. Hostage Taker's good. Vizier is good, and Glint Sleeve is amazing. I think we're gonna cut one. I don't think we want Bristling Hydra. Champion's not the curve we're looking for. I'm gonna bring in the Pia. I'm gonna take out one champion. We're gonna give ourselves a little bit of the toolbox, but cut 2 servants maybe? Yeah, let's do that. Thanks for the subscribe. Okay, we would like to play first. We cannot attune on one. We have land though, but none of the land we need. Okay. Keep this? Yeah, we have to keep this. At least we can hope for a rogue refiner. And I think we're going to put the Vraska's Contempt on bottom. We can't take any chances at not getting our lands at this point. With mono black aggro. Nice. Nice. I bet they hate you. And, you know, more power to you for it. Okay, so we are going to hit our rogue refiner. That's a plus, assuming he doesn't, like, essence scatter it. I hope he doesn't. Yeah, we're going to rogue refiner here. Ouch. Another Botanical Sanctum. Either one's coming in tapped. We can attune this turn. We can attune and play a 3 mana, and then next turn comes in untapped, but we can play Hostage Taker, Vizier. I like attune, play red mana, or a mountain Pia this turn. So let's see how that turns out. Okay, so we'll do the attune. Grab a mountain. Play said mountain. PNOR. And we'll pass. Right? Bone Picker on 1 is just flat out awesome. That is just amazing. I love that play. Even though it costs you 2 cards, it puts you so far ahead because, like, one of the little hidden perks about Bone Picker is it's actually a 4 mana card. So they have to revolt if they want to kill it with a... They have to revolt if they want to kill it with a, oh, what's it called? Fatal Push. Yeah. I think you might be right because we've definitely hit some trouble. I know that Vizier of Many Faces is just really easy to play for you know, some of the other decks. Man, I was hoping that Pia would live till after the swing so I could hostage take her. But I think we're just going to play the Sheltered Thicket. I know we should probably keep that up so that we could cycle it away, but I want to have the double red for Glorybringer, and then whatever he plays, we're just going to copy that or try to take it. As much as I want to cycle this land, I don't think we can. The standard energy deck, like if you watch the GP that took place in Shanghai, Yuya Watanabe, and I've mentioned this before, played 4 copies of Vizier. Okay, so he did play the Glorybringer like we expected. Does he exert it? We cannot play Hostage Taker, so that's off the table because we don't have the black. Do we just Glorybringer and race? I guess we're racing. I think there's something wrong with land base. It does not feel smooth. Clunky is how it's felt for us. Or it felt for me anyway. He's got Glorybringer as well. We lose this race. Black mana would be nice. Well, what's this song called? This is Caravan Bowser. You can find it on OC Remix. So, yeah. Well, so far we have not done really well in mirror matches. Do we have like mismatched lands or something? Is that what's wrong? Like, okay, well, we'll try game 3. Maybe we can do better here. Do want to let everyone know that tomorrow night we will be streaming a league. We'll be doing a competitive league, and we're going to be running the mono white vehicles list that came out in SCG Classic this weekend. So mono white vehicles. While we're waiting on a match, we'll take a look at that deck really quick. I got it down here in the free form. Come in 7th, no, come in 8th place. 8th place. Part I was really interested in was the Peace Walker Colossus. I think this is a really cool card. So, you know, definitely wanted to try that. But it's a Saram deck, guys. We played Saram here a while back, and it was a really fun deck, but it felt like it was just missing something. Well, here we go. We're going to try it in this, and this deck did top 8 the SCG Classic this weekend, so it's competitive, or at least should be. And I've got a real affinity for vehicles right now, pardon the pun. Alright, so where is our... Do we still not have an opponent? Okay, we got an opponent. Alright, here we go. So... I want to say we can keep it, but without a blue land, we're in some serious trouble. Any other time, I would just say, yeah, this is a keep. So... I'm going to have some faith in the deck here that it's going to bring me that blue by turn 3. That's fairly close. It still has to live through a fatal push, though. And this is probably Pirates. We'll know if we get kite sailed here. Nope, let's leave. So, blue-black mid-range. Maybe a Sultai deck with a slow start. Oh, please live, my little servant. Please live. So, one of the things about the 4-color teamer decks, and unfortunately this deck is kind of, man, this is like the saddest song in the world. What is going on here? Mario Kart 64 Rainbow Snowland. I don't think so. How about Super Mario Brothers Bowser is Pissed? How's that? Anyway, so like this brings me to like a point that I have been noticing in standard lately, that it's all about two drops. The deck with the most two drops seems to do just absolutely phenomenal. And when two drops or less, if you look at Christopher Larson's, he didn't have a whole lot of two drops, and he played his like control, and it's almost like we're trying to be that deck, although we don't have the Veroskas and we don't have a guaranteed finish. Like we can't just shoot for a Scarab God and just kind of go from there. So anyway, so harvesters. And then like a lot of the teamer decks are running 12 two drops, things of that nature. Granted, we do have a lot of two drops here, but I don't know why we're not getting anywhere with this. And then we need double black for our kill spell out of the sideboard. So we're trying to do like turn 4 double black, double blue, double red. No land, but we did live. I think we have to Champion of Wits here, because I want to draw as many cards as possible. Try to hit that land. I've got a killer Jun Gods list that a friend of mine gave me that we've updated, and it is, oh really, we didn't hit land. Well, I'm not going to be casting this anytime soon. Those Rogue Refiners are going to be amazing if I ever get blue. I think I have to drop a Rogue Refiner though. That's horrible. Maybe I should just drop the other Uncage. It is a really cool deck, so we definitely gotta consider it like an against the odds deck, or some kind of deck like that, where we just want to try this fun thing in with Uncage the Menagerie. But in all reality, I just don't think we can hit all the double blue and for the land to still be consistent. Although that's no excuse for us just not having land right now. Like the colors has nothing to do with why we're just stuck on land. Black-red control. I haven't looked at black-red control, but sounds interesting. So we're taking 5 here. They gain 3. We still do not hit a land. We're going to play Rogue Refiner here. We got a land, ladies and gentlemen. We got a land. That's true. Maybe discarding the Whirler was the right way to go, but I'm definitely thinking if we are going to have any chance to live, I don't know. You know what? I don't even know what I'm saying at this point. If we don't draw a land, we're dead anyway. Yeah, it's blue-black mid-range here. It's Nice. Or blue-black vehicles, maybe? Like, I'm interested in the black-red control, though. I like, you know, being a chaos mage where you just kill and burn everything. I actually want to play that that Grixis energy deck, or Grixis mid-range, as they were calling it. I want to play that deck. It seems like a lot of fun. And it comes in untapped. Alright, well, since we do have land here, we'll just go ahead and get our blue source. And then we'll play a Long Tusk Cub. Yeah, let's play Long Tusk Cub. Sure, just go ahead and drop the link in chat and I'll approve it. Do we swing? If we don't start doing something, we're gonna get beat down by Aether Sphere Harvester. Let's swing like this. I assume that he can just chump block and pump. No? Okay. Next turn we will either Whirler or Hostage Taker the Aether Sphere Harvester. Really like that play because, well, that play gives us a flyer if it lands. We're just a few moments from like a Scarab. Oh, okay, so there's his Hostage Taker. He takes my Long Tusk Cub. He can immediately play said Long Tusk Cub. Yeah. It doesn't. You can't put a link in? What happens? Okay. Well, you can send it to sideboardmtg@gmail.com. Or you can post the link in the comments on the video. I think the comment section's up. Nah, this is live. It won't have a comment section yet, will it? Wow. We are just so dead here. I think we have to Hostage Taker their Hostage Taker so that we can get our Cub. Yeah, that's the play. YouTube's got a big thing about not directing traffic off of YouTube, so maybe they don't really have maybe they don't like that. We're just dead in the air here to the yeah, we're at 3, we're dead in the air. Okay. So let's take a look at definitely want our Glory Bringers. Champion of Wits is just a little too slow for us. How do we speed this deck up? How do we just make this deck smoother? We're going to drop Vizier. gonna drop 2 cages. And we're just gonna run back like some weird Sultai energy deck. This is a much better start than we've been getting. 4 lands is normally not what I want, but I am happy to see them, ladies and gentlemen. I am happy to see them. Okay, so we know we want... We got double black here. I think we just go ahead and get the black source. We can spend the attune or the Aether Hub for a single red if we need it. And then we'll just pass the turn. Again, no 2-drop. Well, we're starting the game late, then we... Ooh, 2-drop. I just instantly shut up. 2-drop. I like 2-drops. Alright, so we get some more energy here. And he kills her 2-drop. And now we can just start playing Whirlers, I guess. Might be able to go the Whirler route here. Not gonna get any spells here, fella. So, like, this hand that we currently have is the hand that Christopher Larson built his deck up, to consistently have either this hand with Whirlers or with Rogue Refiners. So, his deck was, like, seriously completely built around providing that. And we're going to go ahead and just try to Gonti here. See if we can get us a little bit of card advantage. Taking his Scarab God seems bad, as he would be able to just, you know, get it back. Champion of Wits is not great because we would, I mean, again, he would get it back from the graveyard. I think the Harvester is going to be where we go. And then we'll swing in for 2 here. And then we'll just pass the turn. Well, so he's a hostage taker deck as well. So if we take a high value card like the Scarab God and we spend 5 mana to cast it, it allows his deck, which is a deck that is built on Blossoming Defense and Hostage Taker, to spend 4 mana to take it away, and then they never actually have to cast it. Because then if we kill the Hostage Taker, the Scarab God would actually return to the battlefield under his control. Ooh. Like, if we get into that rare situation where we start passing, like, each turn I play a hostage taker, then he plays a hostage taker, then I play. You get into one of those matches where whoever draws the most hostage takers wins, or whoever can resolve the Scarab God and actually start bringing things back wins. Wow, okay. What do we play here? We just play the Harvester? Let him, like, hostage taker it? Or do we just hostage taker this and then he has to kill it? Kinda like that. Lets us get in for a few this turn. So he will get to Gonti again if he kills the hostage taker. But he will be at a loss of 4 life here. I'm worried that we untap, or he untaps, just plays a hostage taker, gets a free Gonti back, and then next turn we don't hit a land, so we still have to hit like a red land source here before we can even cast Glorybringer. Getting to 5 and just not having the ability to cast Glorybringer, that's bothering me. Because when I play Teamer Energy I just get Teamer Energy and go, gather tickets. That's the last thing on my mind, is trying to guarantee that I have double red for Glorybringer, and it's really bothering me that I don't have it right now. That's fair for us, unless he, like, I mean, that's about the best thing we could have hoped for him to play. Yeah, I don't think it gets much better than that for us. We're just going to play his Gonti before it's, like, too late. I think we might have dodged a bullet right there. We keep our Gonti. Ooh, Vraska's Contempt. So now we have an answer to his Scarab God if he does pull one, and we can cast this one with any color mana. So we're gonna swing here, and we're swinging out. If he wants to put everything in front of this, I would kill the Glint Sleeve Siphoner in a heartbeat. Oh wow. So Gonti has Death Touch, so I only actually have to assign 1 point of damage to each. Okay. I think next turn we might be along the lines of, well, we're going to do it now then. I can't spend all of the energy because we do need some of it to cast the Glorybringer. So we're just going to make the 1. That Alex Murphy, that seems like a lot of fun. There's a guy up at my local LGS that plays a deck sort of like that. I think he took the fish and the fraying sanity out, but yeah, he had a chance to turn 4 mil. I think I mentioned that a few times in a couple of the events. I think we want to just play this Glint Sleeve Siphoner here, guys. I'd really like to start getting some card draw. And then we'll just pass the turn. I mean, we really need to start drawing into some lands here. He's drawn too many lands. We haven't drawn enough. However, we have so many cards right now, it's ridiculous. Wow, we're already back to drawing? Yes, we will draw a card and take a life. Ooh. We're gonna grab red source. Okay, we get our red source. We're gonna play said red source. And then we're gonna play Pianalar. I mean, granted, this game he drew just way too many lands. We did not draw near enough, but we drew, I guess we drew just enough. Wow, alright. Well, we'll go back into game 3 here. Hopefully we'll win one out of these three matches here. Do we make a change on the draw? We know he has Scarab God. We have to have some answers for it. I'm gonna bring in one Vraska's Contempt. Maybe we should be playing Fatal Push on the draw. Well, thank you, Beetle Bomber. I appreciate your patronage tonight. Thanks for stopping in. And again, the videos will be up on my channel. The replay will be up immediately once the stream is over. And this is going to be the last game for the night, so you guys aren't missing out much. And if you want to check in on that last game and see how we did, you can find that tomorrow. This should be pretty decent, guys. We're going to be able to... I mean, it's going to be rough on the energy, but we're going to try to turn 2 Long Tusk Cub. Maybe even turn 2 Servant. I think this will work. We're going to keep it. And we'll just play our Aether Hub and pass the turn. So I normally stream around between 7 and 10 Mountain Time, but I don't know exactly where my audience is at, like when people want to watch. I know when I normally stream around this time every afternoon, I have about, between 25 and 30 watchers. So somewhere around there. Maybe I should start about an hour earlier than I am right now. But, I mean, I can do that if that's where everyone wants it to be. If you guys want to post some stuff in the comments on, when's the best time, you think the stream should be at, I'll definitely take that stuff into consideration. Granted, of course I have to, stream when I can, but I'll definitely take that stuff into consideration. We still haven't hit another land, guys. I was hoping that we would hit at least one more, so... I think we're going to have to just play this Servant here. Maybe he'll just play like a Rogue Refiner or something and... Another Kite Sail Freebooter. Okay, well, we're definitely going to Rogue Refiner here. See if we can draw another land. We did. That's pretty good for us. Now, next turn we can start, you know, hostage takering kite self rebooters. Extraction. No. Well, if I am streaming 9 hour, my time is 30 minutes ago. Wouldn't be able to get much of a stream in. Glory be. Well, the only thing we can play is Cub, so we will play Cub. And I think we just crash for 3 here. I'd like to stream between like the hours of like 7 in the evening to like 10 at night. So like if I'm streaming those hours, you would always be able to catch, you know, the last match or so, or even the last half of the stream. I think that's going to be the best that I can do for my family, is to stream somewhere between, you know, 3 and 10 every evening. And I want to be able to stream every single day, so that's one of the best ways I can do that as well. Okay, so we really need this to live. And I guess we just continue to race. We'll spend the energy, see if he just kills it now. Okay, he is going to kill it. Vraska's Contempt on the Cub. Okay. That's it's pretty serious. I'd rather him Vraska's Contempt the Cub than the Servant of the Conduit. So we're really going to need that. Ouch. Ouch. Well, top deck untapped land. Yes, I have tried to avoid competing with Saffron Olive because, well, I mean, it'd be silly to try to compete with him. As far as a time slot goes, anyway. I don't see how we come back from this, guys. So the story of this deck the entire time has been the same thing. Just the land just doesn't work right for what the deck's trying to do. Well, we'll trade off here. We'll take our 4. Still no land. So this is it. This dies and we'll be out of energy, which means we're definitely stuck at this point. So if he's got a kill for this or a way to remove it, that's it for us. It's gonna be game, guys. So we take 4 here. and we take lethal on the next turn. I don't think there's a way out of this. Top deck black land. Top deck a swamp would help. And that just ain't gonna do it. Well, it's not what we wanted to see. So my analysis of the deck is that, and let me actually pull up the deck that we were playing, not this, is it's too close to Teamer or 4-color energy, but not actually either of those decks. This deck's trying to stride somewhere in between those two decks, and that's a really gray area where you kind of need everything to just go right for you. Definitely think that there's something off about the land base. I don't know exactly what it is, but something's definitely a little strange about it. That makes me want to like kind of, you know, pull up these. If we look at Shahar Shinhar's Teamer energy list, Long Tusk Cub, Servant of the Conduit. Okay, so they don't have that many drops, and for the most part, the deck looks so much similar to what we had, but it's just consistent on the lands. Like, the lands are just always there. It's always smooth. You get exactly what you're looking for there, and you're not trying to, you know, get a piece of this and a piece of that. If we look at Christopher Larson's version of Teamer energy, Servant of the Conduit, Glint Sleeve Siphoner, 4 of and 4 of, like, these are the two drops that he wanted. And then, I mean, granted, we're like kind of a merge between, you know, Teamer energy and a 4-color energy deck, whereas, you know, most of the 4-color energy decks have given up on Long Tusk Cub, whereas, you know, the Teamer energy decks are on the Long Tusk Cub and they don't have the Glint Sleeve Siphoner and they get their draw somewhere else. We look at Derek's 4-color energy, and he goes, or sorry, Teamer energy, and he's just like Shahar Shinhar's with the Long Tusk Cub and the Servant of Conduit. So, you know, that if you're going to run the Glory Bringers, you're going to have that, you know, the double blue, the double red, and things like that. You know, breaking the consistency of the deck to add the 4-color in, that I don't know if that's the right way to go. You'll see that in these 4-color decks, they're, I mean, they do still, how do they do it? How do you, so he's set how black? He's actually set green, black, splashed red, blue. So these land bases have to be tweaked to just such a, you know, fine amount. That the mystery which is Teamer energy is beyond me, and the 4-color energy, you know, decks. Although I know that when I, you know, rent the cards and I play this deck, it runs extremely smooth. I never have any of the, you know, the runnings like we just had there. It so when I look at this deck, I think, you know, this deck has a single plan in mind. Hit a Scarab God. Anything they remove the Scarab God with, you should be able to deal with that with a Vraska. And everything else is just kind of delayed to that point. If you look at Shahar Shinhar's list, his deck is about, you know, let's hit either a Long Tusk Cub, a Bristling Hydra, or a Glory Bringer, and then kind of ride that from there. And everything else is kind of meant to protect that Glory Bringer. Same thing with this, you know, it's just everything's early and then meant to protect those Glory Bringers in the end. When we look at the deck we were just playing, we were kind of straddling all of those things, where we were wanting to play a Scarab God, but we didn't have a consistency enough to play it every time on turn 5. Wanting to play, you know, we don't have Glory Bringer's main board. I think Champion of Wits is actually a really slow card right now. So again, if you're going to play this deck, spend the extra couple bucks and just play Teamer Energy. Like, the only thing you need to do here, if you're going to play Teamer Energy, drop Glint Sleeve, fix the missing cards here in the 2-drop status, drop the Champion of Wits. At that point, you can, you know, get rid of the Gonti. Just drop the black altogether and go with a more consistent deck. I think we just have too many double mana spells here. Double mana that are all the different. That's how it works. Okay, so if we look, we have double blue, double black, double green, and then if we look at Christian's deck, sorry, Christian's. Yes, he's got some double, but it's all double black. That's why his deck runs smoother. And then everything else, he does have a double red here. And then that's pretty much it. This is a spicy list. Christian's list went, I think it went undefeated in the Swiss. So, awesome deck. Guys, that's all I've got for tonight. I had a lot of fun. I hope you had fun. We'll see you next time here on the sideboard.